And well, cutting federal jobs isn't the only thing keeping the Trump administration busy these days. Washington has now started exporting its failures, its problems, and its biases, making them Africa's burden. It is now dumping the migrant crisis on African soil. In the latest, Uganda has confirmed it struck a deal with Washington, D.C. to accept migrants deported from the U.S. But this deal comes with strict conditions. Uganda's foreign ministry has said that it will only accept deportees that have no criminal record, and it will not take unaccompanied minors. Uganda's permanent Secretary of Foreign Affairs has called it a temporary arrangement. It applies to third country nationals who are denied asylum in the US but refuse or fear to return to their own home countries. Uganda has also stressed that it prefers to receive migrants that are from other African nations and not from outside the continent. Now, the details, including how many people will actually be sent, are still being worked upon. The deal was first reported by CBS News. But it's not an isolated case because the Trump administration has also made a similar agreement with Honduras. And that's in its push to ramp up expulsions of illegal immigrants from the country. And like I mentioned, Uganda is not the only African country on the list. Just this month, Rwanda has also agreed to take 250 deportees from the United States of America. And in July, the U.S. Supreme Court cleared the way for 8 men to be sent to South Sudan. The list goes on. Then there's also Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland, where deportees from U.S. are being accepted only to be repatriated to their own original countries. Now, as far as Uganda is concerned, here's the irony though. Uganda already carries one of the heaviest refugee loads in the world. Nearly 2 million refugees and asylum seekers from South Sudan, Sudan and the DR Congo already live there. Now, questions are being asked as to how much more can Uganda absorb. For the US, it's about showing a tougher line on immigration and pushing deportations far beyond its own borders, far enough so they don't have to deal with it. But for countries like Uganda, for Rwanda, Eswatini and others, it's about their sovereignty, their capacity, and whether Africa is being forced to shoulder America's crisis. Uganda insists the deal is short-term and temporary, but with Washington striking more of these agreements across Africa, the question is, temporary, but for whom? Irrefutable proof of Pakistan's terror patronage is out in the open. WION's Siddhant Sibal reports that how new evidence shows Masood Azhar's Jaish-e-Mohammed using Pakistani digital wallets to raise millions for terror training centers. FATF is under pressure to act. Islamabad could be in serious trouble right now. Jaish-e-Mohammed, the Pakistan-based terror group led by UN-designated terrorist Masood Azhar, has been caught running a sophisticated fundraising drive using Pakistan's digital payment systems. Investigators confirm that Jaish-e-Mohammed has channeled nearly $14 million through platforms like EasyPaisa and SadaPay to construct 330 new training centers called Markaz across Pakistan. The terror group's shift marks a new phase of digital terror finance, what experts call a digital hawala. Instead of cash couriers or bank transfers, the money is being funneled into wallets directly linked to Azhar's family. Posters and audios on social media call for urgent donations, with each supporter asked to contribute 21,000 Pakistani rupees. The total fundraising target, that is nearly 4 billion rupees. Well, the terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed had its accounts frozen by Islamabad in compliance with global anti-terror watchdog FATF. The FATF grey list exit in 2022 gave Islamabad brief relief, but Jaish-e-Mohammed has now bypassed other banking oversight by exploiting fintech apps that operate outside the SWIFT monitoring. On May 7th, India's Operation Sindoor struck hard, wiping out Markaz Subhanallah and 4 other Jaish-e-Mohammed bases. "14 operatives, including Azhar's relatives, were among the 100 terrorists killed. And now, the terror group, under patronage of Pakistani government, has opted for an online campaign, urging loyalists to fund 330 new centers in the country. Funds are being channeled through over 2,000 wallets. One Sada Pay account is linked to Talha's mobile. Talha al-Saif is the brother of Masood Azhar. Another Easy Paisa account is controlled by Azhar's son, Abdullah, to avoid any kind of detection. These wallets are rotated every few months, masking flows that fund weapons, propaganda, and even luxury perks for the Azhar family. Jaish-e-Mohammed's strategy right now is clear: decentralize its network. Large centers will serve as leadership safe houses, mid-sized ones as training grounds, and the smaller hubs for logistics. Experts estimate that Jaish-e-Mohammed raises over 100 crore rupees annually through such wallets, with half spent on arms procurement. With Jaish-e-Mohammed openly thriving in this digital space, calls are rising for FATF to step in again. For Pakistan, the consequences could be extremely serious. Our next story is about the world's richest man, Elon Musk, who is currently facing the charge of scamming voters in the run-up to the 2024 US presidential elections. So here's what happened. A federal judge said that Musk must be sued for allegedly deceiving voters into signing a petition to support the US Constitution that could fetch them a great deal of money, $1 million a day to be exact. No points for guessing. This rare chance to win that amount of money drew voters in numbers to the giveaway scheme. Except many of them now think that they have simply been duped as a part of a huge fraud. Among them, the Texas judge authorized a woman from Arizona to proceed with her claims that she believed winners would be picked at random, when in fact they were carefully picked to be spokesperson for Musk's Political Action Committee. As per her, for voters like her, this came as a big blow of betrayal and a complete upturn of their bargain of grabbing $1 million lottery. Not just that, some voters also claim that Musk and his Political Action Committee convinced them to share information like personal details such as names, addresses, email addresses and telephone numbers unfairly. However, this is not the first time that Musk's team has received any kind of legal notice. Just about a week before the November elections, the district attorney in Philadelphia sued Musk and his committee, Pact, commanding them to shut down the sweepstakes as an unlawful lottery. However, this was denied at that time. In defense, Musk has said that the lottery was not illegal to begin with. He argued that the supposed recipients of the $1 million were described as having been selected to earn the money instead of being shelled out as a prize of sorts. You see, for the world's richest man, tapping into the vulnerabilities of American voters to exact votes and support is not remotely correct. And if proven so, it's plain wrong and misleading. In 2024, Musk spent hundreds of millions of dollars to elect Trump and Republicans. And after Trump became the president of the United States of America, Musk was handed the key role of leading the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. The least Musk could do was offer voters credibility and integrity so that they could repose faith on the elected government. But now instead, many seem to be crying foul of efforts being made to fool them throughout. Will the Musk team respond? We'll have to wait and watch.